to go. And then we all fly in on Monday. And then Tuesday, we spend Tuesday and Wednesday setting up our booths and event areas. And it is so hot and gross. And of course, because I'm old and have a broken body, I'm really, really slow. And the event area is not anywhere close to our booth area. So sometimes we have to like get carts and then haul stuff back and forth. So I definitely get my steps in on my Fitbit for sure. And so I'm hoping that once, with my physical therapy and all that stuff that we've been doing to manage my pain, is that I'll get more active in general. And then when we start doing shows again, it won't hurt me. Like everybody's like, oh, I want to stay out and party all night. And I'm like, I just want to have some wine and some dinner and then go lay in my room, and then like, take whatever kind of meds. Like I always take my little heated wrap with me so I can wrap up my leg. Who is it? It's Brian. Hey, Brian. Brian Johnson has liked the stream. So that's Indianapolis. And let's see what else we usually do. Origins. Origins setup isn't usually too bad because we have our own ballroom, and so it's hard to get the air conditioning going in that too. So we go out to Origins. It's Columbus, Ohio. And I love it because it's during Pride. So it's like super fun. And they have, what do they call the North Market? I think that's what it's called. And that you can, that you could just kind of, it's like a block and a half away from the convention center. And but it's like an open market, so there's like food stalls, it's all like food stalls basically, or like people that are selling like everything olive oil and garlic, and then somebody's doing ice cream, and then somebody's doing tacos, and all this different food. So it's cheaper and all that. But my favorite thing is these, what is that place called? It's a beer place. It's across the street. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of it. Anyway, so they make these really good like sauerkraut balls. So it's like cheese and sauerkraut and sausage. No, maybe there's no sausage in it. I don't know. Anyway, those are really, really good. And it's nice to go in and you order a sandwich and your choices are like fries, chips, or pierogies. I'm like, who doesn't love pierogies? And yes, I want ice cream. They have such good, I can't remember what the ice cream place is. So if anybody from Ohio pops in here, you feel free to just like throw it in the chat. And then, what are the other big shows? We do PAX Unplugged, which is in Philadelphia. And the Reading Market there is fantastic. There's a little breakfast restaurant. It has a little sit-down restaurant inside the market. And it's like way bigger than the one in Columbus. So I'll usually go from like the hotel into that, and then because I have to have breakfast really early, so we have to get in there and we have to do setup and all that stuff. So even when we're set up, I still have to get there early before the doors open, so we can go in and make sure the games are set up and all that. There's an ice cream place that does ice cream flights in Cincinnati. Oh, that sounds really good. I really like that idea. So we're that kind of, we haven't been to any shows. The last show I went to was in March last year, which was the GAMA trade show, and GAMA is the Game Manufacturers Association. So it's an industry event, and Stephanie and I went to promote Catan. So we were in the Asmodee booth, and we were showing off the prototype for Catan 3D and the upcoming anniversary version of Catan, and then promoting organized play to the retailers, because there's tons of retailers that go to the event. So we talked to the individual game stores who are interested in having events and hopefully running national championships. So that way, if they run a national championship, the winner gets a seat at the national championship, and the winner of the national championship gets a paid trip to wherever the next Worlds is. And in this case, the next one is 2022, and it's in Valletta, Malta, in the Mediterranean. So if you win the national championship this year, in whatever your country you're in, this year or next year, you are going to get to go to Malta on our dime. I mean, obviously, you're going to pay for your own food and drink while you're traveling, and then any kind of extra stuff that while you're there. But we pay for the publisher or distributor in the country pays for the flights, and then we and the main Catan GmbH, Cosmos, and everything and then with all that, everybody splits the money out, so we pay the bulk of it, and then it's distribution. They help pay for it, so we're covering the hotel, which I fell in love with it. It's called the Excelsior, and then I immediately thought of two things: comics and Star Trek. And I was like, we have to go to a nerdy sounding hotel, and it's gorgeous. It's like a resort hotel, but we're going to be able to do the event in the same hotel. So when somebody's there, it's like we're going to have a reception that's going to have like people will get to know each other and all that. So you'll get Stanley, you'll get a swag bag. So it's got the t-shirts you wear during the event. So that way it's got your country and your name on it. And then they get a swag bag with like a water bottle, because we don't want people bringing glass or anything that can easily tump. So we give them a water bottle, so that way they can put water or soda or whatever they want in that while they are playing, and it's closed, and if it tumps over, nothing gets wet. So we give them that. So we have the reception, which I think we're doing with like appetizers and some drinks. So everybody gets like a couple of drink tickets or whatever, and there'll be a cash bar for anything over that. And then they're going to have a separate area off their main restaurant bar, where we're going to have a game library set up so people can play games all night if they want to play each other. Because that's what's really cool about getting together with these people from different countries, is that some of them, especially when they're smaller countries, is that, you know, they play with the same people all the time. So it's nice to be able to play other people. So you can also kind of scope out your competition. I have bad sinuses after having sinus surgery 20 years ago. So I still have a lot of issues. Anyway, so that's fun. And then we start off everything. We have all the announcements. We do the first game, and then there's a lunch break. So we feed everybody. And then there's the second game. And so, you know, the first two games. And so we have like a little breakout where people can get coffee, right? You know, in between the games. And then we have a lunch break, and then we play the final two games. And then after that, we have a dinner. And so that's all on Friday. And then Saturday, I forgot my schedule already. No, Saturday is when we do that. And then Sunday is the semifinal and final. So the top 16 out of all these players, they play a single game, and it's single elimination. And then those top 4 people play a final game. So on Sunday, before the game start, we're going to do a tour. So we'll pack everybody up and we'll do a tour, whether it's like we rent a double-decker bus and just do a tour of Valletta and the surrounding areas. Or we hire buses ourselves and take us out to the different, different things to see. And then people can do tourism on their own. Whatever they do on their own, they got to pay for that. But we'll take them on the tour, come back, have some lunch. And people don't have to go on the tour if they don't want to. I mean, it's free for them if they want to go, because we cover that. But if they don't want to go, then it's fine. And then we feed everybody again. And then we have the semifinal game and the final game. And then we have, like, after that, we'll have a post winner thing. And at any time people aren't playing games, we're going to have this area set up where people could go play Catan, or other games. We'll have other games, and people can bring their own. Yes, it's a lovely way to end the weekend / convention. So last year we had 48 we had 76 attendees from 48 countries. So that was really, really cool. And the last one we did was in Cologne, Germany. So Cosmos, who's the German publisher, and they handle a lot of other rights, like USM, which does Catan Universe, publishes Catan Universe. They're a part of Cosmos, And so they hosted the last one. We were supposed to host it in 2020, but obviously that never happened. So we were going to try to move to this year, and we just didn't know how it was going to go, especially because people are terrible by not wearing masks and not vaccinating and all that. So we pushed it off to 2022, and then the 2024 will be hosted by Cosmos again, and we'll probably again be in Germany, or maybe Belgium, or somewhere in Europe. That's where they'll have it. And then there's also another championship which just started for the first time in 2019. So the World Championships every 2 years, and then in Europe there's a European Championship. So they take everybody that has, I think, come in first and second in their countries, and then they they get together to have a tournament. So it's possible that somebody who wins this tournament didn't win their own nationals, so it's like an extra person gets to go. So it's the same thing for so Devere publishes in Spanish and Portuguese, so they have offices in Mexico and Brazil and all that. So they so we did in 2019, we did the Americas Championship, so it was Canada, US, and then everybody south. So we went to Oaxaca, Mexico, which was absolutely lovely. And we went during the kick. It was like the Day of the Dead celebrations start early. So we were there for that, because there's no way that we're going to be there itself for the actual like November 1st. So it was the weekend before that, before the 31st/1st. And it was so much fun. It was so cool. And so we sent the 2019 Canadian, 2018 and 19 Canadians, and the 2019, because I don't think the other U.S. winner could go, so we just took one, I think, from the United States. I can't remember. I don't know. It's been a blur. Anyway, so that's going on. And then, I mentioned that I went to my doctor. So that was cool. So they started me on, so I'm taking after my mom with having high cholesterol as I get older. And my doctor's like, we could put you on some drugs that will help. And I was like, I don't want another drug. And so I'm really open about my mental health struggles. And one of the things I have is medications. I have a phobia. I get panicky and anxiety at the thought of adding more medicine to my medicine regime. So I was like, here's another medicine. What if I get all the side effects? So I'm not a hypochondriac, because I don't automatically think that, I don't search WebMD or things like that. But I'm always just afraid that I'm going to have side effects, and then it's going to take me to the hospital. So I have to kind of talk myself down from that. So after the last time, she doesn't really lecture me, but she gives me a disapproving look. And so I agreed to take the Lipitor. And so she's like, well, we'll follow up in 6 weeks. So that was this past week. And it turns out everything's great. So all that went down. I've been changing my eating. Yeah, it's kind of scary that some meds might fix a thing, but will definitely cause a slew of others. Yep, that can actually happen. So now I'm balanced with 5 medications and everything is fine. She was happy to hear about how well the physical therapy for my hips and my knee went, and the pain clinic. Although the pain clinic didn't really do a lot for me. He gave me new meds because I really hate Vicodin. I don't like the way it's just exhausting, and it helps with the pain, but I don't like the way it makes the rest of my body feel. So I don't take it as much, and so that means I don't manage my pain often. And so he gave me Tramadol, which of course, first thing I look at talks about these problems, and I haven't taken it because I'm terrified. Yeah, I think I'm lucky that Vicodin, because it is addictive, is that because I hate it so much, is like I can't get to the point of being addicted to it because it really, having ADHD can really change how medications, because that's another thing too, is like for ADHD, like back in the many years ago, like in the 90s, so here's a fun fact. Did you know that the drug ecstasy used to be legal? And back when I was working in the club industry, when I was a DJ, which was in the mid to late 80s, is that you could go into a bar and they would have like, how, I don't know if you've seen this, and I don't even know if this is a thing because I don't go to clubs anymore, but there used to be like we have this in Texas, like a shot bar where you could go up and do shots. They would have the same thing, as you could go up and buy ecstasy, because it's not the same ecstasy as what you have today, and it used to be legal until they made it illegal. So I was living in San Antonio, and I have ecstasy a little bit. I would have cocaine every once in a while, but I never really could get into cocaine. And when I was living in Alaska, like during the summer, there's like tons of stuff to do. During the winter, there's not much to do except be depressed. And I worked in a bar, and so there's tons of drugs in and out of working in this bar, just everywhere. And I was sitting. So what made me stop, of course, I was sitting on a couch, and I had a little bit of a nosebleed, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And so I was done at that point. But I never really could get why everybody really liked it, and until I was watching Robin Williams, and he was talking about when he used to do lots of cocaine, everybody was telling him about how it would affect him, and it didn't. And it wasn't until later, when he was diagnosed with ADHD, that it's because that's what Ritalin is. Ritalin and the other drugs. What did they give me? It wasn't Ritalin. It was the Adderall. And so there's a stimulant. And so the stimulants, they give that to you because it calms you down, because your brain works different. So that's where I was like, oh, this is why cocaine is not really doing anything for me, but just making me sicker, and I'm just sitting here. It's not giving me energy. I just want to take a nap. So that's why. Anyway, so I'm really, really weird about how I feel about drug interactions. And so she was very happy, and I was very happy. And one of the things I love about her, and this happens a lot to women, it happens more to women of color, especially Black women, is that they're not taken seriously. And especially if you are overweight. So if you are fat, and I'm fat, I don't mind saying it, it's just what it is. That's the way my body looks today. Is that a lot of times you're not taken seriously because of your weight. And it's just like, well, if you lose weight, it'll go away. And that's not true. Sure, my knees and my joints and all that stuff it would be better for me if I was not at the weight I am, right? So, but I have no desire to get to where I was like in high school or like half my life. It wasn't, I didn't start becoming really, really overweight until I was in my late 30s, right? So, but I was always really, really active. I was always super active when I was young. And then of course, as you older, everything just slows down. Your whole metabolism slows down, and it's much, much harder. So I told her that I had done really well and I had dropped X amount of pounds. So I don't mind. My heaviest weight, I was 272, and that I had gotten down to 258. And I was very, very proud that I was able to do this, changing the way I was eating, which she recommends. I got to watch the cholesterol. So I got to look at whatever I'm eating. And it's also good for the cancer, because the kind of cancer I have is estrogen driven. So you should eat less foods that have estrogen in them, like chicken, eggs, a lot of cheese. And so it's not that you can't have them. It's that you have them in moderation. And if you gave me a big old chunk of cheese, I would sit there and eat it, because cheese is delicious, my friend. So I've been trying to have like non-dairy. So like I get these little sandwiches that instead of ice cream, it's like coconut milk ice cream. Um, so she was really proud, and I said, I'm not proud of myself because when my father was ill and then he passed, it's just like I started eating a ton up, and then I came back up, not to the full one, but I came back enough that I was disappointed in myself. And she's like, you shouldn't be disappointed in yourself. That's a tragedy, having somebody, your parent die. That's we can understand why you would go back to, all this eating, right? And I was like, yeah, I just want to like eat potato chips and sit on the couch and not do anything. And so that's another reason why I haven't been. My mental health hasn't been the best. So I haven't felt like when I've been available, I haven't felt like streaming. But some of the bipolar, anxiety, panic. Oh gosh, yep. Yes, Deborah. I'm the same way. I've got ADHD, depression, anxiety, panic disorder, PTSD. And I saw this one psychiatrist. I wanted to go to therapy. And so I had found one a couple of years ago. And so we had a talk about, the spectrum and what that meant. And then she wanted to put me on lithium, and I lost my goddamn mind. And I was like, nope. And I never went back because I did not want to be on lithium. That was like, no. That's a drug I don't want to be on. And I didn't think that being on lithium was going to help me with any of that. Right. So I didn't go back. So now I need to find a new therapist. But what was cool is I was talking to my doctor, and so she doesn't give you this sheet while you're in the waiting room where other people can see it. It's like when you get in and the nurse comes in and does your blood pressure and talks to you, is that they give you a whole form to fill out, and it's all about your your mental health, right? And it's like how you feel about these different things. Is it how are these things happening, and rate where you are with them, right? And then it has like, okay, now because of these numbers, does it keep you from having relationships with your friends, family, your work? Does your work suffer, or things like that? So I filled out this stuff, and she's like, well, let's talk about this for a minute. And I said, well, I'm having a hard time because it's hard to find a therapist that will take my insurance, because a lot of them don't take insurance at all, as opposed to, well, you have to pay for it and then you can take it back to your insurance. But my insurance does offer so if I found somebody that took my insurance, then my insurance would cover, I'd have to pay a copay, which is way better than anything else. And so everybody's like, well, try all these online things. And I can't afford the amount of money they want for online, therapist. And so I was like, oh my God. So my brain and my body hate each other. They're at war with each other, and talk about more. Yes. Yeah. My brain and my body, sometimes they're, like, let's fight. So she put in a referral because I go through this hospital system. So that way all of my work is all in the same place. And there's like a website where I can see all my test results. I can see my receipts, all of that stuff. And I can send messages to my doctor, whatever. And a good thing to hear too was in looking at the results, because my mom was diagnosed with diabetes. And so we were looking at those numbers, and mine are fine, not even close to pre-diabetes or anything. So we were okay there. Because I'm like, great. Every time my mom had something go wrong, I'm like, here's another thing. But her body is so different from mine. We don't have anything the same. Even when back in the olden days when we both had periods, like hers never, like, she'd be in a little pain here and there, no big deal. And then mine were like nausea-inducing pain where I'd miss school, kind of things. So, yeah, that was pretty rough. Back in the olden day when I had a uterus. So yeah, like I can't really track, because outside of the cholesterol, that's the only thing that I've got in common with my mom that way. So it's really weird. And so anyway, my doctor wrote a referral, and I should get a letter soon, that like this week, coming this week, because I went to see her on Thursday. So I should be here this week, that tells me whether or not I got a referral. And if I did get a referral, then I'll get to see the therapist that they have at the hospital on site. So I think that is going to be super cool. And then, and so the third thing, so I've get my body, get my mind, and the next thing is my soul, is that I need to concentrate on things that make me happy. And streaming makes me happy. I really love it. And I'm not really fussed about it if I don't have like tons and tons of followers. I'm happy that I've got really nice people who show up and hang out and talk to me. And it's like, you know, I feel like I can have so much fun with y'all. And then I can talk about these stuff, and I don't have anybody in the chat telling me I'm terrible, or I need to get good at games, or I'm old and I'm fat and I'm ugly and I'm this and I'm that. I'm like, oh, child. You know, every time a dude says that, every time a dude says you're fat, I'm like, tell me something I don't already know. Like, or I'll just like, really? I had no idea. Oh my God, I didn't know I was fat. Thank you, man, for telling me that I'm fat. You know, it's just like, you're ugly. And I'm like, well, for some people maybe, but I'm married. You know, some people are, you know, I'm not everybody's taste, and that's okay, because not everybody is my taste. That's fine. So I'm glad that I had, you know, it's like so random when I have somebody come in that's like a Nazi spammer or anything. I think we haven't had anything like that in a while. It's just like, you know, every once in a while you'll get a spammer will drop in. But the nice thing about being off the radar is I'm not recommended to anybody, because it's, you know, it's got such small viewership. So I rarely run into problems with people coming in here and showing their whole ass at people. You know, some people will come in and you might have like somebody's language might not be that great. Like if somebody's using words like dumb or lame, or, you know, things like that, you know, that are ableism. I think you run into that. And then, you know, the gentle correctors always seem to work, which is great. So people are just like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. Yeah, we haven't been hit by follow bots or anything. So knock on wood. My desk actually is wood, so that works. What else was I going to say? Oh, so I also am dusting off so I'm a member of this thing called Arndrockfane, which is our own druidry, or whatever it means in Gaelic. Because I'm really bad at pronouncing Gaelic things, or Irish things, or things in other languages, because I only speak poor American English. So I have, like in the bedroom, I've got a little shrine area set up, but it's all dusty and I haven't taken care of it. And so I feel really bad about that. I don't do anything in nature ever, which is really weird for someone who's druid. When I first joined, I was living in Maryland, and there's a Cedar Lake Grove, which is in Baltimore. They actually own their own house. So they're an actual, Caption is bad at capturing Gaelic things too. You're awesome. Thank you, Deborah. How's it? Hearts? Wait. Hearts. There we go. I appreciate that. What was I saying? Oh, so when I went, I found it and I decided to go on Sunday, because I was like, Sunday's church day, right, for people. But they had where they had an open house. So every Sunday they opened up to everybody, and they called it the Rites of Caffeina. Get it? Caffeine and coffee. And so it was basically everybody is welcome to come and hang out in the space. And then one of the Grove leaders would maybe have a meditation, or would go out into the outdoor Grove circle space, and then maybe have like to talk about something that's important, a way that we can grow as a community, how we can help the community. And then people would do yard work or whatever. And then people like me, is that because people would bring food. And then there was also a pantry there, is that people would donate. And so I would come in and I would like cook up huge batches of scrambled eggs, and we'd make biscuits, and we would feed anybody who showed up. And I thought that that was really important too. We had like one woman who came and hung out. She was there on Sundays after her church. She was a Christian, and I think Episcopalian, which I think is like pretty open kind of church to things. And so she kind of felt like she was like a Reiki healer kind of therapist type thing. And so her pastor actually recommended that she come to the Grove, because it's not something that she could really talk to the congregation about, because it's, woohoo kind of pagan stuff. So she would come and hang out and just be able to be open about her beliefs, and how she felt about the earth, and the Mother Earth and Gaia and all of these kind of things. So it was just a really, really cool place. And we had people from many faiths that would come and hang out and learn from each other. And that's, I think, one of the things I liked about it, is there was no vanity involved, right? And everybody had a place. If your place was artistic, there was like different shrines, and there was murals and different things that you could do artistically. If you were like me, that is very much of the food and hearth and feeding people, then you could do that, right? And so then you would have some people just like, I'm here to support. I'm going to work in the garden, which I can't do because flowers and me do not get along. So I didn't do anything in the garden. But everybody has their place, and I loved it. And so unfortunately, there's not any other groves who have their own church, as it were. And so where I am now, there's a grove up in Seattle, and they meet at a shop that sells like incense and all, and I can't go in there either. So I can't actually go into that space. And then there's this other space where the Pacific Northwest Druidry, that's like over the Cascades. So it's like a 3 to 4 hour drive to get there. And I really don't want to spend that much time. But there is a grove in Pennsylvania, in Portland, Oregon, where I am just a few hours north. It took me like maybe 2 to 3 hours to get to Portland. And then I could probably find crash space there. And they're they do a lot of community work. They get together, not just on high days, but they get together and have like, hey, let's get together, and we're going to have like a progressive dinner, or we're gonna have like like a cheese tasting party, things like that. So they get together and socialize, and so they have more of a congregation, even though they don't have a set building for it, like they did in Baltimore. So there's just nothing where I am in Tacoma, because I'm just like so far away from everything. So it's kind of sad that way. But there's there's some new solitary things that have come that the Grove is really paying attention to, because most of the members in there actually are single. They're like, they're what's the word I'm looking at? There's a word for solitary. That's the word I'm looking for, is solitary. So there's a lot of solitary folks in it that keep it running. And it's the same thing. There's lots of SIGs. There's like one is talking about one of the ones I'm in, and one of the SIGs is, which I can't pronounce either, but it's about games and game theory and games in spiritual practice, especially like back in the olden days kind of thing. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. There's like the there's like the Hearth Keepers. There's all these different kind of things based on your interest of how you can be involved. So I like a lot of that. So one of the things of getting this office in order, because what you don't see is an absolute mess of boxes and stuff stacked up over here and over on this side, that I want to set up a nice little meditation space in here. So I think that that's going to be cool. I think I want a new desk too, because I just don't like this one. So yeah, so I'm working on all that stuff. So everything is really positive. And another thing I'm excited about. So we've been trying to play role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons via Discord, and using one tabletop, what's it called? Not Roll20. It's another virtual tabletop. So we've tried that, and I think it's because the group they don't really role play. It's more of basically like you're going on an adventure, you do these things, you talk to some people, and then they send you on a mission, right? So it's very Foundry. Yes, Foundry virtual tabletop. And so, which is great, but I really want to get together and role play. And I have to admit, Barry does a really good job as DM. So he, not everybody that we've had at the table, like, I love our Star Wars game. So our Star Wars game is, all of us are like huge Star Wars fans, and everyone brought a character concept to the table already, which was a character they played in a Star Wars game. So like Diego's character, I can't even think of what his character's name is. He's playing basically like a Mandalorian, like a bounty hunter. And this was a character he had in one of the previous role-playing games, Star Wars role-playing games, the West End games, I think. And then I brought a character that I played in Star Wars Galaxies. I brought her to life. It's a Rodian entertainer. It was also a really good shot at things. Like I also do melee. That's what it is. And then Bianca and Aaron, they both pulled characters from that they had made in Star Wars: The Old Republic. So they took those characters that they made in that game and kind of converted them. So, and then, I know, I love this music. It's like, I'm just going to listen to this Star Map stuff because it's my favorite music in the game. So our pilot, he also brought a Star Wars character from another game that was the one from the Wizards of the Coast Star Wars had done before. So everybody had already brought something they were incredibly emotionally attached to this game. And everyone in this game knows more about Star Wars than Barry does. And so what's really nice about this is the Genesis system, which is published by Fantasy Flight Games. So the Fantasy Flight Star Wars stuff uses the same system. And so there's not really as much initiative at it as it is how we react. And that, aw, Cupid, the puppy, hi puppies. Aw, those little puppies. What was I gonna say? So when we have a situation is that we can all talk about who goes what and who's gonna support each other. So it's all very narrative driven, and you have these dice that it's not more like I hit a number and I'm hitting a target number. It's like whether you succeed or fail, or how well you succeed, or maybe you didn't succeed, but you did something else that was really cool, or you get to make another choice or something like that. So it's really great. So sometimes it's like Barry's just like, here you go. And then we just like take off and run. And then, it's just like, he doesn't have to do anything except maybe answer a question. Oh yeah. And then we have Eric, who's playing a droid. It's his, the medical droid. He's a medical droid. Call him Dr. Tubi. And he's a medical droid, but also does something else. I don't remember. So it's just really, really funny. And he plays it really, really well. And we just have so much fun. But I miss that game because everybody doesn't live close, so we would get together like once a month, and then have like an all day kind of game day. And of course, I loved it because I would cook for everyone. We did, oh, it was so funny. We dressed up for the last time we played was in person, would have been like 2019. And so like one of the pictures I have that Barry took of all of us, we all dressed in like Star Wars stuff. And I had used the Star Wars cookbook and made all these Star Wars treats. Some turned out well, some of them were kind of crap. I blame the recipe. And, you know, some of them just didn't come together. So, but we've just got this, everyone has a happy face because we've got Star Wars. I was wearing like my R2D2 Mickey Mouse ears that I got the one and only time I've been to Disneyland. And they're just sitting right over there. And so Bianca did her hair like Princess Leia. And I mean, we just had so much fun. I think our pilot was dressed, he's from Corellia. So he was kind of dressed like a smuggler. And so everybody was wearing, or you were just wearing a Star Wars t-shirt or something. It's like everybody had, I had my Leia shrine. So I have a Carrie Fisher shrine, which has this wonderful piece of art that has Carrie Fisher as a saint. And then she's like got her middle finger up, and then she's got her dog and all this stuff. So I have that. And then I have this candle that I got from the name I can't remember. But so I do a little shrine, and we dedicate it to Carrie Fisher, who's kind of our patron saint of how you get old and don't give a fuck, really. So yeah, but our D&D groups, we've not been successful in having, I know Carrie Fisher, we've not been successful in having a really good D&D role-playing game. We've played a lot of fun, a lot of fun D&D, but the games never seem to get very far. And the last one we played, and I hope that nobody in my party is watching this, but I think they would agree, is that it was the night so it was a perfect case of not having a session 0. And you should always have a session 0. We figured, because these were our friends that we knew already played role-playing games, that we wouldn't have a problem. And so we had one person was playing a dwarf. Let's see, I used to watch The Young Writers. I was in a group that did RPG where the GM would tell you what your mission was. You had to write a page or two on what you do in the mission. Oh, cool. So like one guy was playing an antisocial cannibal dwarf, and then then we had somebody who's playing a paladin of Lyra, the goddess of music and joy. And then we had a ranger who was like an antisocial, just basically raised in the forest by wolves kind of ranger. And then we had and her husband played a rogue that wanted to just go off and steal things all the time. And then I was playing a little gnome druid who was just like a super happy, charismatic, joyful. It's just like, so like, do you remember what Radagast from Lord of the Rings? I don't know if you, in the movie, you can see he's got the hat and he's got like a bird nest in it and everything. So I kind of patterned my little druid, because I'm a gnome, my little druid after that. And so I had like sticks and all kinds of things in my hair, and I would meet people. Didn't know, I would just like walk into situations because we couldn't get anywhere. So our paladin, it was more of a personal issue, is because everybody wouldn't do anything. They would just like wait for Barry to kind of railroad the story. And so I think that they were all used to being railroaded and didn't know how to do, like, here's the thing, what are you gonna do? And so everybody just didn't know what they're supposed to do. It's just like it's just like they expected just, okay, here's some bad things, go attack it and do a thing. And so it wasn't that great. And the hard part was the other married couple, the one married couple that played the ranger and the rogue, is because they would get into a 20-minute argument. And by the way, this is a 2-hour game. So we're supposed to show up, start playing at 6 and be done at 8-ish, because 2 of the people work at 5 a.m. that were in this thing. So it's just like, we didn't want to do it late during the week. And so the one married couple is that they would spend 20 minutes arguing who was more stealthy. And after 20 minutes, I would just walk right into a situation. And so it was just nobody was having fun. And I think if it had just been like, and then the other person, Nicole, she didn't get to come that much. But I loved playing with her. So if it could have been like the 4 of us without that married couple, I think that we would have been able to have a successful game. It's like, don't bring your personal issues with each other to the table. That's why people don't want to game with couples. Because if the couples are having a bad time, everybody is having a bad time. So, and so it's not a question of being new, because even though, the chick playing the ranger she hadn't played since like 3rd edition. So she was really unsure of the system. So it's not being new. It's that, I think it's just the style of games that everybody, for a couple of reasons, those are puns. I think it's just that, if we had a session 0 and we had said, okay, this is the main thing of the game, and that we had done characters together. So, that's like, are we going to be a murder hobo party? Or are we going to be a party that really helps community, that we're going to work together? Because you can't have 3 antisocial characters in a game. And then one like overly, have a shy paladin of the goddess of song. And it was just World of Warcraft Murlocs. Oh, no, how can I do it? Oh, I can't do it on command. Because I do it all the time. We haven't played Hearthstone in a while. When it would come out, I was like, like every time somebody would play one, I would just go, something like that. I can't do a wiki roar either. So our hope, and then the pandemic, so the game just kind of stopped. It'd be 6 o'clock and only half the people would be there. And then it's like by 6:30 and somebody would say, oh, I'm not going to make it. And it's like, all right. And then Barry just stopped scheduling games. He's like, I'm tired of spending all of this time, doing this adventure and making sure there's stuff for people to do in the game for every character. And then none of the characters pick up on it, except me and Nicole. It's just like, here's this little carrot out for you. And I'm like, yes, please, let me do these things. And I try not to use like knowledge I have about the world. Now, I understand when you're playing a new game and you're like, okay, the Forgotten Realms, I don't know anything about the realms, is that we gave everybody the primer. And obviously, Barry and I are the Forgotten Realms nerds at this table, because I started playing Forgotten Realms in AD&D 1st edition in 1989. So, and then I read all the novels. So all of the novels that were put out before 3rd edition D&D, I've read all those. So, and then I read a couple of the ones that came out, and then I haven't read really anything since, but I've kind of kept up with the stuff. And that Barry is also very much of a, well, just because, it's still a world, but we can make it our own world. So maybe there's a person who is technically in Forgotten Realms, like a deity, died in the Sundering or whatever, or was killed by another god. It's just like you could have the god in there, because it's possible that the followers don't know this, right? It's just like you're still praying to your god, even though your god doesn't exist, and all that. So, so I'm hoping, so I'm on a subreddit for our city, which is really cool, because ours is very much, it's a very blue collar, but really progressive, versus Seattle, which is just a bunch of people. The Seattle subreddit a lot is people shitting on what other people like. And I can go to the internet for that. I don't want that, I don't want to read all that. I don't care. If I'm just going to post something and people are going to shit all over it, then why go? So the one we have for Tacoma is actually really cool. And we also get a lot of people that drop by thinking it's for Tacoma trucks. And so people get really lost when they'll ask a question, or they'll post a picture of their Tacoma truck or something. And everybody's like, oh, I don't recognize those trees. What park is this? And would start talking about, like they would ask a question or something. And so everybody would really ask like they were talking about the city of Tacoma and answer it that way. And then there's also a Discord set up. So people will show up at the Discord and then they'll ask a question about their trucks. And then everybody will just like make up answers, thinking that they're talking about the city and not a truck. And so somebody wrote something the other day. And then I realized after I read it, I was like, oh, you're talking about a car or a vehicle. And I was like, sorry, I can't help you. And then he says, oh my God. He's like, I didn't even think of this. I saw it Tacoma and I just thought, and I was like, well, hey, there are Tacoma owners in Tacoma, Washington. So feel free to stick around. Is that somebody here might be able to answer your question, but I can't. So, and a lot of times they stick around because everybody's just really like, nobody shits on them for this. They would just kind of have, a little fun, it's just like, oh, we're just gonna poke fun. So anyway, let's go ahead and, did we go to Luna? We did go to Luna. Let's pop in here. No, that's not what I wanted. No, wait. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so we still have this. Okay, I went to Pharos. So we got over here. Amazon system. Should we go over there? Amazon system. Sentry system. The Hawking. Investigate the strange biotic commune. Missing person. Stratus system and the Horsehead Nebula. All right. And then these are the dropped items. Then I've got this. Hydra system in the Argos cluster. And then I've got a bunch of stuff at the Citadel. Should we go to the Citadel? That doesn't really seem like fun. Let's just start at the top. How's that? Let's go to the Voyager cluster. All right. All right, oh crap, I forgot. Where are we going again? There's the Citadel's way out there. What's over here? Can I reach that? Nope, that's just art. Like, that'd be cool if there was something in here I didn't see. Okay, we're not going there. Armstrong. Is that where we're going? Why does it have that? Asteroid, Hades, Voyager, Gemini, Argos, Red Sea. All right, I forgot already. Voyager cluster. Okay. Amazon, Voyager. Oh, one out, one more. Voyager. There we go. Oh, is that just it? Okay, just one. is so pretty. Ah, here we go. I love this. That's just so cool.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up.
Uh-oh.
In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in.
Oh, no.
A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Shouldn't a bomb disposal unit be sent for this? We don't have anyone trained in that.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe.
Great.
I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck.
All right.
Fleet out.
All right, let's go check out. First of all, let's go look for hidden. I don't see any asteroids, so we probably don't have any. Standard hydrogen helium gas. All right, gas deposit. Hydrogen sulfide and ethane. Magnesium. Green serpentine, a mineral formed by volcanic activity. Oh, that's cool. Oh, tree unit insignia covered. Excellent. We like collecting all that stuff. Oh, that's pretty. Enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. It's like Mars. Carbon dioxide and argon. Helium. Cool. The second of the Amazon system's arid super-terrestrial worlds. Less dense. Oh. Polonium. All right. That one. Oh, look at that. Long period variable star. Whoa. Guess we're going here. We ordered flowers. Oh. All right. I gotta take my girls out with me. Maybe I will take Garrus out with me. Let's take Caden out. We haven't taken him out in a while. How about that? There we go. Here we go. And it's time for the wacky world of me driving. All right. Look at that. Oh, look at how cool this is. Ugh. Well, at least there's smooth mountains. Okay, let's see what we got here. We're right here. Let's just go over here. Homing beacon. Debris. Anomaly. Okay. Oh, this is so cool looking. I feel like I'm on Mars. The other way. Come on, turn around. Let's go this way. There we go. This is really rad. I like this. We're going up this way. Whoa. Am I going the right way? What? Yes. Yes, I am going the right way. Ah, it's probably it flashing over there. All right, no sandworms, please. See if anything's going to start shooting at us. I don't see anything that's going to shoot at us yet. Cool.
En route.
I'll be ready just in case. All right. Thresher moths are cuddly creatures. Yeah, I love. It's really cool to explore around. I love this. Look at this. It's like we're on Mars.
The signal is coming from a mine?
I don't like this, Commander.
I concur. This did not crash. Someone moved it here.
There's a nuclear weapon down there. We can't abandon it. Just stay on guard.
Okay.
Aye, aye.
Okay. Thank you for the warning. All right, I'm in here. Save. I appreciate your help on this, by the way. There we go. Oh, there's a cool tidbit. You'll let me know at the dramatically appropriate time. All right. All right, we're going to see if I'm going to be screaming at everything again. Let's go here first. Nothing interesting here. It is kind of creepy, though. All right, let me look at this where I came in. That's where I came in. Right? No, that's where I came in. Okay, there's all of that. Some over here. Let's go ahead and try this. I can't get in there. At least not yet. Here's this door. Wait, was that where I came in? That was where I came in. All right. Here's me, lost in a room again. That's got to be where I came. Nope. Wait. Right. I opened this door. That's the Normandy, right? Alliance homing beacon. Oh, no, that's where the homing beacon is. This is where I came in, right? Liara, what are you doing stuck out there? How do I get her to come back to me? That's why we only have 2 people. What is it? I don't remember how to call her to me. All right, where am I? All right, we're going to go back. Did I leave you hung up outside? Right here. You got stuck, didn't you? She got stuck.
Ready.
Are you unstuck now? You are unstuck. Okay. I had to close the door on her to get her unstuck. Okay, let's do this. All right, that's where we came in. And that's where we're going. We're going this way. I can't jump. All right, there's that one. It's not open yet. This one is, so we're going to go down here. All right. Ah, Jesus Christ.
That was a detonator, Commander. Shepard, at last.
You caused the cave-in? What's the meaning of this?
My name is Ilanos Heliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
I don't study the internal politics of pirate bands.
The strongest leads. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies.
Yada, yada, yada.
3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator. The one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
We'll find a way out of here.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We've got air and light and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. All right. Well, oh shit. Where's the bomb? Okay. Oh, shit. What just happened? Oh, crap.
Ready.
All right, now I know what's going to happen. There we go.
That was a detonator, Commander.
There's 3 times that you have to disable. You have a minute to do it. All right.
You caused the...
My name is... Who do you think runs the Terminus clan ship?
You're the one behind the attack.
I was ruined.
We'll find...
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay.
What do we do now, Shepard?
I don't know. Let me think. You two, see if there's anything in here we can use.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb. Okay. If this is going to be too difficult, all right, I've disabled the bomb. Now what? All right. Aha, here's this door now. Lots of doors. Oh, was that it? All right, now I need to go over here. All right, so I've got that. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save so I don't have to go back and do that again. And, oh, we don't know where our vehicle went. There we go. Okay, let's go find our vehicle. We're there. Oh, we're out here. We're over here. Oh, the Mako's over here. Wait. Oh, it's down there. All right.
Heads up!
Uh-oh.
Enemy contact.
Die already. Jeez. Can't see out here. Boy, this gun turned out. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, there's another one.
Now it gets fun.
I have to get closer to get this guy. All right, where is more? Up, over there. It's so dark, I can't see here. All right, who's still shooting at us? Oh, you're flying. That's why I can't see you. Okay. Time to get the hell out of here. All right. Should I leave or should I go explore that other stuff? Oh.
That's the last of them.
There you are, my baby. All right. There's still this debris over here, and there's still an anomaly over there. Yay, mountain climbing. At least this one's not so hard, right? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Is this the debris? No, I'm not quite. That's where we came out of. That's not the debris. Debris is up here just a little bit. Come on. You can do it. Oh, there it is. No sandworm, please. All right. All right, take all. Take them all. Gosh, those textures are so pretty. Come on, get the Mako. There we go. All right, that's just where we were. Let's go find the anomaly. Flowers successfully delivered. Yay! That is so cool. Oh, you know what, Red Sub? I forgot to ask. So did we friend each other on the Oh, there's a person.
Moving out.
Recover artifact. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Okay. All right, got that. Nice. I just love that. I'm easily amused, right? Nope, that's not what I want. I want map. All right, so I think we've gotten everything we're supposed to get. We had our way in, way out, anomaly, blah, 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 blah. Let's go back to Normandy. Yes. Oh, I forgot. I didn't know if we were friended on Animal Crossing or if I've just given you the dodo code at random times. All right, our codex.
The home world and capital of humanity.
I need to go through and read all those. Okay, so equipment, we know this. Journal. Back to our assignments. Find the commune. We're going to the Hawking Edda, ETA. And head to the Sentry system. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so cool. Right, we're zooming out. Zoom out again. All right. I know I have to go to a bunch of these places. This is so pretty. I just love all this stuff. Here we go. That's so cool. Okay, I just couldn't remember because I've been leaving
Message
my...
coming in, Commander. Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up
Major
a small
Kyle.
compound in the Hawking Edda cluster.
Hawking Edda.
He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared.
Uh-oh.
We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
I'll deal with Major Kyle for you, Admiral.
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous.
Uh-oh.
I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
All right, let's go look at all these planets. Icy, blah, 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 rock, canyon. Zoom out. pretty that is. Survey. Typical hydrogen helium gas giant. Right. Oh, okay, so we're doing that. And okay, let's go here first. The moon. This is not to turn a generation of illegal wildcat miners. Okay, so keep that in mind. Go here. The Great Rift Valley that stretches. Oh, okay. 37 million years ago. How pretty. Average size, nitrogen, and argon. All right. Got any asteroids in here that are just like shifting around? Yep. Come here. There we go. Metal rich. Looks like a metal rich. All right. Any other surprises out here? Already went there. Okay. I think I've got them all. Is there anything closer? Anything farther out that I've missed? I think just that. All right, let's go over here. This is where we're going. We're doing this moon. Ugh. All right, you know what I'm going to do real quick? I am going to go get some coffee. We're going to take Caden. Let's take Garrus. Got by yeah. Let's take the two of them. My squad. Save. All right, and I'm gonna go get some coffee, so I will be right back. Probably be able to hear me getting coffee while I get up out of my chair and go find more coffee. Yes. Filtered water, filtered through coffee grinds. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh. BioWare games. Looking for a game. Oh, it's there. Come on. There we go. This is really clear. Reminds me of being on the moon. Did I F5 it? I couldn't remember. All right, let's see where we're supposed to go. We are here. So we need to go here. Compound. All right, so let's get ourselves up and over this. Go check out those things first. Whoops. There's our destination. So I keep forgetting I can do that so I can head the correct way. Let's go this way because it looks like this is going to be easier to traverse besides going straight up. No, it looks like it's going to be a bumpy ride. So we have chores we're doing today. Looks like Barry's already started. Look at that. Oh, that must be that big crevice that it was talking about. It's like you didn't see it on the planetary map, but you see it right there. That's pretty rad. All right, let's go up these. This way a little bit. Oh, the lighting in here is so cool. Sorry, squad. Hope you don't get seasick. Or motion sick, rather. So what's really cool about this, what I love about this, because anybody who's watched me play games, I know Rhett Sav has heard this a bazillion times, but I love environmental art. I love it. And the way that light and shadow are on here, I imagine like the original artists who developed this would have loved to have done something like this. I mean, it's fantastic. It's just like you can see. It's just fantastic. I love it. All right, we're going this way. Whoops. Whoa! I'm going this way. Come on. Did you make a... I was like, what? Did you make a clip of me screaming? All right. Okay, I know I gotta be on flat ground. Is that flat enough? Yes, it's flat enough. Uh-oh. Oh, there's... Okay, let's see if we can recover this artifact. Yeah, there we go. There's our first thing. All right. App. Birthday girl clip. Aw. All right. Oh, what? We're gonna get stuck on the... All right, there we go. Wait, is it down there? Come on, stop getting stuck on stuff. Oh, it's down there. Oh. Discovery. All right. All right, so let's see if I can't get out of here. Come on. You can do it. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can't. This way. I'm gonna back up, and then we're gonna go this way. See if I can get... Come on. You can get off that terrain. This is not quite done what I was hoping it would do. Come on. Come on. No, 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 not back down. Yeah. Okay, I'm really sorry to my team. we've got lots of craters here. It's like, sorry, squad. Maybe one of y'all should drive. All right, let's get over here to this debris. Crashed probe. All right. All right, we can do this. We can do this, right? Nope. Nope. There we go. All right, take all. All right. So we've got wreckage, destination. Wait. Go in here. Okay, there's the compound. So I need to come over this way. All right. Let's get in the Mako. All right, come on. There we go. Well, I can feel it. My poor, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, up this. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Does it always throw me back when I do that? Okay. All right. Let's try it again. We're gonna go this way and see if we can't go this way. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta finagle a little bit. Well, there go. That helps. Let's get back on that. Wah-ha! All right, that's where we're going. See it over there? Oh, there's a few different things. Oh, there's a... Go ahead and leave our vehicle over here. Oh, pfft.
Understood.
Yeah, I wish she could run, faster. But, you're in a spacesuit, and gravity's probably different. Nice. Gold deposit. Survey mineral. It already told me what it was. All right, heavy metal. Large deposit of gold. Cha-ching. All right. All right, just in case. You never know what's going to pop out. Maybe nothing. Maybe something. Okay. Dingy and dirty. So we're not going in here. There's gotta be a way in here somewhere. Or not. Maybe the way in is over here. Aha. All right.
This is a private sanctuary.
Ah.
Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
He shouldn't have killed those investigators. This problem isn't gonna go away.
We
Yeah.
won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
The Alliance wants someone to pay for those murders. Let me speak to Major Kyle and maybe I can find some way to help you all get out of this alive.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you.
Uh-huh.
Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
All right. Assume that's over here. Aha, yep.
If you try to take Father Kyle away from us, you'll end up like those other Alliance soldiers.
Okay.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
Oh, it's another person over there.
Everyone looks at us like we're freaks just because we have biotics.
I don't. There's people with biotics in my group. So I do worry about your cult, but okay.
I am Major Kyle.
All right.
I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you.
Here I got my way
Why
through.
don't you just leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand?
Probably not.
Don't you understand you are endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
You murdered those men.
I speak, but you do not hear. You are like the others.
Oh, here we go.
A blasphemer who must die.
Oh,
You must die!
oh, there's more. Oh, okay. Okay. Want some kind of data, not just stuff. All right. Guess we're going back this way. We will find more.
I will destroy you!
Oh. one of my rifles. Thank you.
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
Easy decryption. You say that, but have you seen me try to do a puzzle? There we go. More stuff.
Area secured.
Right. That seemed very simple and easy, but somehow I don't feel that it is. Harpoon. Nice. There's no bad guys in here. Doesn't appear there's anything else. I feel like there's got to be something I'm missing. Aha, there's more out that way. I don't know why I'm shooting those.
Perimeter clear.
All right. Well. Doesn't look like anybody else is out here. Where did I park the Mako? Somewhere over here, probably. All right. Why do I have a straggler? Somebody got caught behind a door again.